Baby containers can be incredibly useful, especially when you need a safe place to put baby while you make lunch, help another child, or if you just need to use both your hands for 5 minutes. But as a pediatric physical therapist, I'm pretty picky about what baby gear I use. So when Cuddobaby sent me their multifunctional Montessori Baby Bouncer, one thing caught my attention. Instead of the baby just sitting here looking at the same toy bar for months on end, it comes with different activities designed to specifically target what your baby is doing while they're developing. If you're new here, I'm Victoria. I'm a physical therapist that worked in early intervention, and I'm a mom of 4, including twins. I share realistic ways that you can support your baby's development without turning your entire day into therapy. And sometimes that includes looking at the gear that we already use and asking, how can we make this time a little more purposeful? First, let's look at the actual bouncer. You can use it stationary, which is how I have it set up right here. But it also has 360-degree wheels, so you can move it around the house with you. Importantly, there's also a brake. I like this from the parent perspective because if I'm moving from the kitchen to another room, baby can stay nearby instead of me constantly relocating multiple pieces of baby equipment. Obviously, a bouncer doesn't replace floor play. And I still want babies getting plenty of unrestricted movement throughout the day. But for those times when you genuinely need a safe place to put baby, I like looking at opportunities for engagement rather than completely passive container time. And that's where the different attachments come in. The first attachment is designed for the youngest babies. These are little Rattle socks. At this stage, I'm not looking for complicated play. Early on, babies are learning that their bodies belong to them, and they're beginning to explore how their movements affect the world around them. So when a baby kicks and hears or sees a response, you're introducing very simple cause and effect. You can also get opportunities for baby to visually notice and track movement. It's a really simple activity, but that's exactly what I want at this age. Next is the Montessori suction cup toy. Now we're moving to something more hand-focused. As baby develops better hand-eye coordination, we want to give them the opportunity to look at something, reach towards it, make contact, grasp it, and eventually intentionally manipulate it. And this toy gives them an immediate response when they touch it or move it. The next activity combines chewable, food-grade silicone and wooden rings. At this age, babies aren't just looking at toys anymore. They're exploring them. They're grabbing them, pulling, sliding, transferring objects between their hands, and yes, putting practically everything in their mouths. The different textures give baby another way to explore, while the sliding pieces encourage more intentional hand use. The feature my kids are going to find the most entertaining is the foot piano pedal. Baby kicks or presses the pedals, and they immediately get a response. Again, I'm less interested in saying, this is going to teach your baby to walk, because this is not how development works. What I do like is the intentional cause and effect component. Baby begins learning. When I move my foot here, I can make that happen. And repetition is a huge part of how babies learn. So from a developmental standpoint, the feature I find most interesting isn't necessarily any single toy. It's that the activity progresses. A newborn and a 10-month-old aren't playing in the same way. Early play may be much more visually driven and reactive. Then we start seeing intentional reaching and grasping, and later we see increasingly precise manipulation, exploration, and intentional cause and effect. Having activities that you can swap as those skills emerge makes a lot more sense to me than expecting one toy bar to remain equally interesting throughout the baby's first year. I do want to add my usual PT disclaimer. No bouncer, regardless of how many developmental toys it has, replaces floor time. Babies still need lots of opportunities throughout the day to move freely, practice tummy time, roll, reach, pivot, crawl, pull to stand, and ultimately explore their environment. I look at products like this for the tools, not as the primary place that babies practice motor development. As a mom of 4, I can also tell you that sometimes having somewhere safe and engaging for baby while I make lunch or help my toddler is extremely valuable. Overall, what makes the Cuddobaby Bouncer different to me is the combination of parent convenience with activities that evolve as a baby's play skills develop. You have the Rattle socks, the suction activity toy, the silicone and wooden activity, the foot piano, plus the option to make it stationary or mobile. So baby gets an engaging place to play nearby. Mom gets her hands back for a few minutes. I'll put the information for the Cuddobaby Montessori Baby Bouncer below if you want to check it out. And if you want more pediatric PT tips for supporting your baby's development through everyday play, make sure you're subscribed.